in the solar industry, you've got the like the hardcore ride or die sales and marketing like retailers, and they've got a bunch of salespeople running around like getting good, like juicy commissions and selling no matter what the cost. Like that's quite. What did you have a statistic on that? Like 45% of what city was like that?
Well, we have some big players which in some cities do up to 30-40% of margin in that city because they have 15-20 vans out there and they take a big market share, and you can always see them because they're up the top in the Google ads as the sponsored one.
Yeah.
And look, a lot of them don't do necessarily a bad job. There's sometimes been a smaller retailer and they have grown.
Absolutely. There's definitely exceptions to that. Like there's always exceptions to the rule. There's always, really solid players in every space. But generally you got that side of that. And then the other side is like the people that are, lots of the online quoting, like, the offshore call centers. The ones that have
cricketers in their market.
Cricketers, yeah, just basically bang, 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 just like they don't, no one is really out there caring about the customer or taking care and customized solutions.
It's a cheap price.
Cheap price. And to be honest, if you're going to win at that game, you've got to be the cheapest, right? If you're just punching people quotes and not taking any care in that scenario or putting the customer first, then you've got to be the cheapest. Like, so those are the two models. Now, and I'm sure everyone kind of has a bit of a gist of that. Now, the best value installation you can get is the middle ground, which is the solar installers that they do their own installs, but they also usually work for the big retailers. So and up till now, a lot of them have just been like, they've just been kind of at the mercy of the retailers, just chasing work and all of that sort of stuff. But the reality is those installers are always going to be the best value for the end customer, because the end customer gets their own installer from start to finish. They get to use someone local, they get to use someone that's like trustworthy, has integrity, and is always going to be around for them, right? The problem is that middle ground, and everyone agrees that's the win, getting someone like that to install your solar. Problem is the middle ground, they don't really, they're either too busy or they don't have the right systems and process to actually help end up installing solar for the customers. They're too busy working for the retailer or running around, working for low margins and not really having a brand to build because they're too busy over here. Yeah, so those...
I kind of partly agree, but I also partly disagree with you, and this is going to be an interesting conversation because by the end of this, I'm hopefully not get punched here. I think you've painted it a little bit too black and white.
Yeah.
I do totally agree with you that when you buy cheap solar, just go to the club and do a bit of gambling as well, because you will not get the care, you not get the after sale, the warranties are very useless, and it's the 3,200 and whatever, and now they've added battery to it, so now you're really playing the Russian roulette. Do not buy cheap solar. I've been in the industry for 20 years. I've seen 800 companies come and gone, and they sell on the price. So as soon as you open the website and the price slams you in the face, as a $3,299 for this and that, and there's some famous person hugging the panel, run. You will. That company, in many cases, has had a history of different brands and different phoenixing in the past, and they do it over and over, and by the time you one day ring them to get service, you will find it's not there. And a lot of the reviews, they're not actually genuine reviews. You can buy this stuff, so it's very hard for an end customer. On the other hand, when I talk about the Bunnings and the Origins and the IKEAs, again, there's no way I would touch them because they're all using subbies, which again, less care, in and out situation, and yes, you probably have a better warranty because those companies are likely to be there, but a lot of times they go, well, what did you do for the maintenance? Where's your maintenance regime? 4 years, 5 years later, there's a bit of lichen growing on the panel. They will push back on the warranty. Do you really think you got the pockets to start arguing with an IKEA or an Aldi or a Bunnings on the warranty? Do you have the lawyers and the money? No, you don't. So again, I wouldn't touch them. I really think they've gone onto the solar bandwagon for one reason, which is to make as much money as possible. But the truth is the end customer service level is about as good as an IKEA piece that's on the local council tip 4 years later because it fell apart. Sorry, I'm not a friend of them. Then you get to the middle ground, which you talked about. But you described the middle ground only as the solar installer, the little guy with a van that now needs a bit of help of selling. A lot of times that little guy with a van might have been like that in 2007 or 8, and he's grown his business now where he has 1 or 2 guys in sales, where he has 1 or 2 guys additionally in install. He might still do his install a little bit himself, but the key is the guy has electrical background. He actually knows how to install. When he looks at a switchboard, he knows what he's talking about. So I would actually include in that middle ground that you think are the good guys and the best guy to buy from, all the kind of local, regional companies, maybe with a shop front, 7, 8, 10, up to 15 people, I actually think, those type of companies. And even, look, there are some very ethical companies. I want to mention one, Solar Hub. They're in Canberra. They go all the way from Wollongong down to Eden. I couldn't find a more ethically inclined company that I have worked with. So the point is, you can even get those larger companies that still have the right attitude. Local, focus on quality gear so they don't have to phoenix and run away when the warranties are coming. And yes, they're not going to be as cheap as the cricket variety people, but you long-term get a better outcome because the system lasts longer and you make more money. So having established all of that, those are the people that you're looking after?
Actually, yeah, you've the small and medium businesses like that, you've just described like a lot of our awesome clients inside Sun Sellers. So it's the people that have a bit of a team so they can like sell it, deliver it, like look after the customer. And it's the little guy in the van, he's still got a little long way to go as well. You know, he's still got to figure a few things out, like few headaches to figure out before you can kind of...
And what happens with the little guy in the van, those single guys,
yeah.
Monday they're in electrical and security, Tuesday they're in solar and batteries. The solar and battery boom goes off, they're back in security and doorbells, and then you're trying to find them to come back, and they go, oh, no, that company, we're not doing that anymore. So I would actually say to you, just the guy with the van, I would be careful of him too, because they're very opportunistic.
I suppose, again, it's exceptions there because you can take, it all just comes down to integrity. If you have someone with a lot of integrity, the solar industry is a great vehicle right now. They can get into the game and they can learn like how to look after clients and build something relatively easy at the moment because everyone's buying solar, like everyone wants solar and battery.
Please support the channel by liking the video, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, and check out all our other videos. Want more energy answered? Visit yourenergyanswers.com for quality energy products, tools and calculators, and find your quality local installers. You're still here? I'll see you next time. Bye.